everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden18 on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now, 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Patriots going up against the Broncos.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5". They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Patton. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 44-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, they had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, turning the legs a little bit, and gaining what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On 3rd down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable 3rd down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game. That they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, spinning away. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. look to throw now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Watch the road, watch the road. Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if...
And this is blocked. The Pats bring heat and they get home. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And some space here. And now look at him go. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Broncos heading back out onto the field. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll look to throw here. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
8 yards to go here on second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep. And got his man complete. We have played a quarter here in this AFC divisional playoff. 17-7 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is...
And he will score! Touchdown, Denver! It's their quarterback. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. New England on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's got his man. That's Macklin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gain of 31 on third down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get to the highlights. The Broncos have controlled the flow, but it hasn't given them a big advantage. The Patriots won't care how much their offense is on the field as long as they find a way to advance in these playoffs. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, pass coverage will break down here. And this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. As they get out to a 7-0 lead. Finnegan set up to kick it away. The kickoff starts out at the 50. And he'll win the sprint to the end zone. 1st and 10, the Broncos down by a touchdown. The catch will be made deep down the field, and he'll end up at the 40-yard line before being tackled. Now to late in the first half, he'll head outside to the right on the run, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown, cutting the deficit to 3. Still a little time left on the clock. Macklin's got the catch here on the quick pass, and he ends up at the 24-yard line before he's stopped on the play. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Play clock winding down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The play clock's running down. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
They'll need to get the play off quick. quickly. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 30, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there, 89 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know guys who design defenses. They try to prepare for everything. But you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Time running out here on the play clock. Extra point forthcoming.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. How about that? Their quarterback saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This one complete to Patton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Gun. They'll look to throw. That is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Patriots take over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the home of the champs here in Denver. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. New England on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a handoff looking right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.
everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry, as we welcome you to the foothills of the Rockies and the snowy foothills of the Rockies here in Denver, Colorado. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They go play action here on first down. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because he's quick.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6". Off the play fake, Richmond. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Throwing again. Richmond, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throw right side, caught by Davis. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near the 39. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Still first down.
Operating from the gun. Richmond looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rowe. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go again with Davis. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
So we played a quarter here in the AFC Championship game. 0-0 our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the Sports Fuel Company.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Barton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Broncos are in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the defensive unit for the Broncos. They trot back out there. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
They'll run with Davis. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Let's go!
On 3rd down, Richmond. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing intentional grounding call.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Jets set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what kind of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up? With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Broncos are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Jets didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the 1st half. Now, early in the 1st quarter, defense is going to come away with the sack. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. 3rd and long. The catch will be made in double coverage, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 28-yard line. Later on the drive. They'll go to the ground and pound here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. They go up by 6. We move late into the second. Pass into the end zone here, and it's caught for the score. Lead now goes to 13. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Escaping the... And he will score! Touchdown, Denver! It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They're going to try and run. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure, because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Off play action. Richmond able to shake him off. Looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Point after try forthcoming. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looking to throw. Richmond over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
Davis fighting. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the home of the champs here in Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down. The
play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long. They've
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Time for a break. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Let's go! 1, 9,
On first down, Richmond. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. Fresh set of downs here. From the gun, Richmond. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first and 10, Richmond. A dump off for Davis. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on second down. Richmond underneath to Davis. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.